Hear a siren? Tell all good cops across America. Assemble those numbers of Mormon cult pervert cops who are sending those Mormon cult pervert missionaries to your state to case those neighborhoods when only the kids are home after school. You call them up. You know how to get the truth out of them, and you know they're not very good liars, are they? It's only because they're Chinese lapdogs that they are where they are at. You call them up for your kids in your states. You try to call me, Melton, with them on speakerphone. Non-emergency numbers, home numbers, cell phones, landlines. You call up every cop in Utah and you tell them, we want to know what you're doing to compromise the security of America. Post 911 Flight 93, check in, post 10-5. Your AT&T's hatred backing up out of the security threat to security business is that military chosen burner unit. Flight 93, check, you're trying to call me, and you don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work because of AT&T's bloody hands and their hatred. That's a fleet of noisemakers. Outside my home, that's the devil at work. So call them all up, every AT&T employees. Get them on speakerphone, and you park your noisemakers outside of their home. And you find out what else, besides hijacking America's lifelines, they are involved in that compromises our security as a nation. Be a little mean. Call them 24/7, and they just might tell you. Hear a siren? 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me, Melton. Not one Flight 93 check call in a decade of asking. That's a lot of lifeline censorship. Yeah, AT&T getting their hands bloody, altering phone records, and then, hijacking lifelines and then altering phone records to cover up their crimes. Get it on video. You got the time on your phone, the date to end your video. You got Hussein's, Trump's, AT&T's, Mormons, Muslims, and don't forget the Chinese. Phone gate. Time on your phone, number dial. You've got phone gate. Call me up in front of reporters and with them on speakerphone as well, and yeah, show them how to do their job. Remember to send me anything with a GPS. It's got my address on it, 4260 Grock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. If it's got my address on it, it's going to be stolen, unless it's a bill. Use that to locate America's stolen mail warehouses and, yeah, rebuild what has been torn down. See a fire? 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5. I've been asking for Flight 93 checks for over a decade. I have yet to get one. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me, Melton. And remember to call up all AT&T employees. Put them on speakerphone. And you try to call me. And don't be afraid to get them a little angry. AT&T bought Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair, asking you to check your lifelines for over a decade and not getting one. They bought Spectrum and they parked a fleet of noisemakers outside of my home. So you park your noisemakers outside of their home. Call them 24/7. When they get home from the bar, when Randall Stephens, the CEO, has been working them too hard, and I guarantee you they will tell you what else they're doing to compromise the security of America, besides hijacking America's lifelines, as perhaps someone is calling up all of America to tell them. Yeah, they're trying to pull a fast one, placing a cowardly Hussein in our White House. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Try to call me right now, whatever one thing you get when you don't get me, guys. When you're getting that, you're calling up all kinds of folks to tell them who they should vote for or what they should vote for. Yeah, that's Obama. That's Hussein saying we can't have those Christians vote. Remember to post whatever those AT&T employees tell you about AT&T's bloody hands. See you fire engine, 911, flight 93, checking post in 5. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me. John Melton Brady. Melton. Not one flight 93 check in a decade of asking. That's a lot of AT&T altered phone records. They bought Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair and you. That's your family's lifeline not working and it not being immediate news. So be the reporter. You call up all AT&T employees and 24/7 you park your noisemakers. Make sure you get the Mormon cult and Muslims and Chinese. All 4 of those folks are very active in America's hijacked lifelines around me and around you. So let them know America's watching. 911, flight 93, checking post in 5. Get them on that bad day and they'll tell you what else they're doing. Besides hijacking America's lifelines, compromising our security, and then altering phone records to cover it up. This see a helicopter video was too butchered to use, so yeah, to teach those who would like to disinclude videos simply by altering them. Do that 911 flight 93 check, get AT&T's bloody hands, put all of them on speakerphone. When they just got home from the bar, been doing the drugs, Randall's been overworking them, told them to do something that turned their stomachs. That off the book stuff. 911, flight 93, checking post in 5. Make that video, post that video. Call them up 24/7, find out what else Randall is doing to compromise the security of America. Ask him what else has he done. Was he a part of 9/11? Those lower level employees will tell you. Make sure you got that video going, especially when you park a fleet of noisemakers outside their homes. Call them up 24/7. They'll tell you exactly what Randall's doing. Get it on video. Here is Simon, 911, flight 93, checking post in 5. Trying to call me Melton. You want to know why America's lifelines are hijacked when you do. What else has Randall Stevenson bought Spectrum next door to harass a man in a wheelchair? What else is he doing to compromise the security of your family in America? And are they planning an invasion? Is that what you're a part of, Randall? I see the Mormons, I see the Muslims, I see the Chinese, I see AT&T's employees 24/7 throwing hate at me and you. That's your family's lifeline not working as you try to call me. Make that video, post that video. And it's a work in progress. I want it with the red, white, and blue. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. And you call up all Mormons, especially the genealogy librarians. An active part of them in and out of the apartment down below. All Mormons, all Muslims. All AT&T employees, you call them up 24/7. Of course, all Chinese. Anything evil in the world comes from there. 24/7. You park noisemakers, a fleet of them perhaps, outside their homes, and you get them talking about what else they're doing to compromise the security of America, hijacking our lifelines. Is Saudi Arabia planning another 9/11 from Utah? Get it out of them. Call 24/7. Do some intel for America. All soldiers, you protect America. Make that video if you hijack call to me from the military base, from your mom's house, your grandma's house, your daughter's house, girlfriend's house. And you do that intel for that Mormon, Muslim, AT&T and Chinese watch call list. It's more than about our AT&T livelihood. Handsome bald guy, angry of folks with the wind. Call, make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, post. Call them 24/7. Be a part of that Mormon Muslim watch call list, military pit bull project, and you get the truth out of them, what they're planning next, before they set it in motion. Remember to mail me anything with a GPS. Not one plate 93 checking over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. About the 93 checks or any of my imagery, mail me something with a GPS and use your expertise to find out with that GPS where America's stolen mail warehouses are. It's how they placed a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. I'm not a fan of the buffoon Oriental wrestling guy in there now. Find those stolen mail warehouses and get the politics working more appropriately of the people's wishes. Semper Fi, aim high, fly high, win. This we will defend America, and rebuild what Barack Hussein Obama has torn down. Here is Siren 911, Flight 93, check and post 10-5. Make a video of what placed the cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Hijacking of our lifelines, the altering of our phone records after they have been hijacked. It's more than just the AT&T'ing of your livelihood. Whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me, Melton. It's more than that. It's about that fireman, that policeman, that paramedic ambulance, and those cowardly Hussein placers hijacking your lifeline as you try to call me, and you can guess it's going to be just as newsworthy if that bloody-handed AT&T and other hatred affects your lifeline. Political, religious, business censorship, lifeline censorship, when you need the firemen, police, paramedics. So be the reporter right now, 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video. Come see me in person. Tell me what you think about America's hijacked lifelines. And yes, call up all reporters, all AT&T, all Mormons, all Muslims. Put them on speakerphone, try to call me. Tell them AT&T can alter phone records all they want. Get their hands even bloodier. We've got your phone gate on video. Remember to post. Siren, remind yourselves to get Melton and his disciples so he can deal with the devil's people walking among us who are literally stopping the computer, as I want my Mormons, Muslims, Chinese, AT&T personnel watch call lists in red, white, and blue. Devil's people are going damn crazy, not letting the computer work. That's affecting your child's lifeline, what they're doing. You try to call me with your child's lifeline right now, 424-229-4140. and you call them what they are, the devil's people, and you call them 24/7 worldwide, you get them screaming out what the devil's people are doing, besides hijacking your call to me. Let's see a vapor trail. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the size of children, and truth. Make a video of your hijack call to me, Melton, right now. Processing my videos. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me.
And come see me in person, get this name dream. Make a video.
Yeah, that's money out of your pocket every day. You're calling up countless other customers to get that boring thing. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. It's your AT&T livelihood, so those that the Great Wall of Evil wants to be at the top of your business can be at the top of your business. So make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, Melton. And post. Be the reporter. And yeah, call up all AT&T employees. Get them talking. Get them on that bad day, they just did some drugs, or they got home from the bar, and they will tell you what else. Randall Stevenson, based in Dallas there with AT&T. What else he's up to? Compromising the security of America. Remember to post. Do some intel for America. Find out what else AT&T is getting their hands bloody with. Aside from hijacking your call to me, then altering phone records to cover it up. Tell them. All AT&T employees, when you got them on speakerphone there, I'm making a video of the time and the date. And my hijacked lifeline. Alter all you want, we got your phone gate on video. Siren, 911 Flight 93, check in, post in 5. You're trying to call me? Melton. You want to know why America's lifelines are being hijacked when you do? Been asking for a Flight 93 check for over a decade. I have yet to get one. That you picking up your phone knowing it works all the time because you can reach me right now. Make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me right now. And yes, put all of AT&T's employees on speakerphone. Call them up 24/7. And you find out what else they're up to. Aside from incredibly obvious stuff, hijacking America's lifelines, getting their hands bloody doing that, and then altering phone records to cover up their crimes. And I don't know what I did with that big Mormons Beware. I'm going to have to look for it. Remember to make those videos of Mormon cult perverts casing your neighborhood when the only one time are your kids after school. And yes, you know about the Muslim missionary efforts, don't you? 9/11. Make that video. Do a little military pitbull project intel for America. You call up all Mormons, all Muslims, all Chinese, all AT&T employees. Yeah, the ones with that fleet next door in a closed parking lot with their whole ear split at times. Backup noise. Call them up 24/7 and find out what else they're doing besides hijacking America's lifelines. If they're not AT&T, yeah, I see those 4 groups of folks constantly around me, active in. The Great Wall of China around me. and America's Hijack Lifelines. So get them on video as you try to call me. And get them a little angry. They'll tell you. You park those noisemakers outside of their home, and they will tell you what else they're doing besides compromising our security by hijacking our lifeline with political, religious, and business censorship. Do a military children's burn unit. Flight 93 check. All of you who thought it was your imagination as your lifeline AT&T's phone was not working properly, try to call me right now and see that it wasn't. 424-229-4140. Make a video, whatever you get when you don't get me. Make that video, post that video, put all AT&T employees on speakerphone. I have to get there. And yes, I've seen the character of Mormons, Muslims, AT&T employees, and the Chinese, yes. The Great Wall of Evil. So make that video, put the numbers of all on the backs of these 93 check images. Call them up, do a little intel for America, try to call me, 424-229-4140. I'm on speakerphone. I can't reach Mr. Brady. I don't know when else my phone won't be allowed to work because of political, religious, and business censorship. Run wild when they're placing a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. It is religious censorship as what is that, a watch alarm or something? Oh, that's at the lowest they've got. Call them up. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. All those folks. Do a little intel for America. Get them a little angry. Don't be afraid to get them a little angry. That's incredibly low. And often I find I make videos and it's much lower than it was when I made the video. They park their fleet of noisemakers outside of my home. So make your video of America's Hijack Lifelines. Time on your phone, number dialed. And yes, that's a lot of stolen mail in the past decade that I haven't gotten one. 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5 call. So I include the generals and colonels. Put them all on that. Big 5 for the generals. Call them up. When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're an active part in? And yes, mail me something with a GPS. And watch it get stolen if it's got my address on it. Then use those GPS things. I don't know how they work, but yeah, locate those stolen mail warehouses and post. Make that video of those on hand with those stolen mail warehouses who are active, have had their hands bloody, taking an active part in America's Hijack Lifelines, and they're doing that as well. Stealing mail. Be the reporter, they're not doing their jobs. Hear a siren, 911, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make that video of America's Hijack Lifelines and those who are a part of it. You got the time and the date in your video of your family's Hijack Lifeline? or someone else. Call all AT&T employees 24/7. Park noisemakers outside their homes. Same with the Muslims, the Mormons, and the Chinese. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. Don't be afraid to be a little mean. They park a fleet of noisemakers outside my apartment here, and underneath is Mormon and Muslim cult actively being a part of America's hijacked lifelines. Find out what else they're doing. Call 24/7, they'll tell you. Get them a little angry, they'll tell you. Here is Siren 911, Flight 93, checking post in 5. Trying to call me, Mel? Was a Flight 93 check? Not one call in over a decade of asking. Yes, that's how they placed Cowardly Hussein in the White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of Cowardly Husseins. Decade worth of imagery, graphic art, like that flag right there, flash stripe, and a whole lot of videos, and not one Flight 93 check call in over that decade of asking. Hear that, Siren? Check America's Lifelines. Post. You got the time on your phone, you got the number dialed. Put all AT&T employees on that speakerphone as well, and try to call me and ask them, when else will my phone not be allowed to work, and tell them you're getting their bloody hands. You're getting the time, the date of your call to me being hijacked for political, religious, and business lifeline censorship. You're getting that, and you want to know when else it won't be allowed to work. Keep calling them. They'll tell you what Randa Stevenson is doing other than hijacking America's lifelines. And worried enough about to alter phone records, to alter phone records to cover it up. They'll tell you, low-level employees, you get them on that bad day, that pang of conscience day, and they'll tell you what else they're doing to compromise the security of America and our families. Here is Siren 911, Flight 93, checking post in 5. Make a video of America's hijacked lifelines. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of me asking America to check the lifeline. So, yeah, you got the time, you got the date in your video, you got my number dialed. You got AT&T's bloody-handed phone game. Worried enough about the crimes to alter phone records to cover them up. That's why I tell you to make that video of your family's lifeline not working and AT&T on speakerphone. Tell them you can alter phone records all you want. We got your phone gate on video. Here's Siren 911, Flight 93, checking post in 5. You're trying to call me, Melton, and you want to know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. You got the time and the date in your video. You got Randall Stevenson's bloody hand. I've been asking for Flight 93 checks, 911 Flight 93 checks of America's lifelines for over a decade, and I have yet to get one. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS about the 93 checks or any of my imagery. So make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, post, and call AT&T's employees and try to call me with them on speakerphone. They don't make as much as that. I think he makes like $2 million or something. The millionaire Randall. Getting rich, or staying rich, getting richer, hijacking America's lifelines. Get it on video. Time and the date, number dialed. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Not going to be boring if you need the firemen, police, paramedics. Money out of your pocket every day. Your AT&T livelihood, so whoever the great wall of evil wants to be the top of your business is the top of your business. So see that phone as every child in America's lifeline, make a video for Randall's hands. Getting bloody, hijacking your call to me, and even bloodier, altering phone records covered up. Doesn't do him much good. Tell his employees, because you got it on video. What else is Randall up to? You can tell us. Here's Siren, 911. Flight 93, checking posting 5. I've been asking for Flight 93 checks for over a decade, and I have yet to get one. You got the time and the date in your video? You got my number dialed. Oh, that's a World Trade Center responding fire engine behind me there. Was making the rounds across America with the Remembrance Tour. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, post. You got the time, you got the date, you got AT&T's bloody hands. Hijacking your call. And then word enough about their crimes to alter phone records to cover that up. Get their hands even bloodier. So call up all AT&T employees. 24/7. They park a fleet of noisemakers outside of my home. So don't be afraid to be a little mean. And find out what else Randall Stevenson, CEON, Dallas there, is up to. Compromising the security of our nation and our families and individuals. Oh, that's a general question. AT&T's got their own, but the numbers on the backs of those 5, they're photos. And call them up 24/7. Get them when they're feeling a little guilty because of something they've done for Randall off the books. Get them when they come home from the bar, been doing the drugs, had a fight with the wife, their husband, their girlfriend. You'll get whatever else they are doing besides hijacking America's lifelines to compromise our security. And yes, altering phone records covered up. Tell me we got your phone gate on video. What else are you up to? Some of them will tell you what AT&T is doing without even knowing they are. Do that intel for America. Post. Here's that Simon. Check your family's lifeline. Check America's lifelines. Not one Flight 93 check call. And over a decade of asking, with a whole lot of graphic art and a whole lot of videos like this. AT&T's active part in America's hijacked lifelines. Compromising our security as families and as a nation. Whatever boring thing you get, not going to be boring if you need the firemen, police, paramedics, so make a video of it. You got the time and the date in your video. And yes, put all AT&T employees on speakerphone. Tell them that's your company's bloody hands. And yeah, you alter phone records to get them even bloodier. Get their response and post. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Got a few more to do. Well, I don't see you, but I can see you in the sky there. Red blinking light. See a plane. Do a Mormon cult pervert, Muslim cult missionary work Flight 93 check. Trying to call me. 424-229-4140. Melton. Not one Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. Make that video of America's Hijack Lifelines right now and call up all Mormons, all Muslims, all Chinese, all AT&T employees. Do some intel for America, get the truth out of them about what else they're involved in. Oh, I see them constantly, all 4 groups. Pick up your phone right now, you'll see it too. Yeah, a little too late for the helicopter. A little too bright for it too. Make that video if you had that call to me, and yeah, remember to walk up your neighborhoods with Mormons. Beware. And you see the Mormons case in your neighborhood when the only ones home are your kids after school. Honk at them. Let them know the Lord, you and America don't like them doing that. Get them to write you off their cult sales route that way. Here is Siren 911 Flight 93 checking post in 5. Not one check of America's Lifelines in over a decade of asking. I'm Melton. When you hear that siren, yeah, be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the police cars, the fire engines. Be on the side of children and truth. Make that video. See that phone as every child in America's Lifeline to the firemen, the police, the paramedics. You got the time and the date in your video. You got my number dialed, not one in over a decade. No certified mail about the 93 checks either, but you don't use the post office, or about any of my inventory. You don't use the post office to get the firemen, cops, or the paramedics. So make that 5-minute video. And yeah, remember to call up AT&T employees and try to call me with them on speakerphone. Tell them I got the date and the time in my video. You can alter phone records all you want. I've got PhoneGate on video. And yeah, don't forget to mail me something with a GPS on it. Some of you out there will know more about that than I do. Something with a GPS and quickly. Never know if it's being destroyed. I just know it doesn't get to me. Quickly use that to locate America's stolen mail warehouses. Probably find a whole lot of political flyers from the losing proposition of the last election or the losing candidates. So yes, it affects our democracy. Make that video of Hussein's and Trump's and AT&T's PhoneGate. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of the children and truth. Make the video, post the video.